We're live. And standing up today. And it's weird. There's like a weird echo standing up that I don't normally have when I'm sitting down. Kind of strange. And the setup I have back here to get this green screen high enough is dangerous. So if at any point I just suddenly disappear because the green screen fell on me, or you hear like a Wilhelm scream, just know that my friends or family will update you within like 48 hours about what happened. Don't spook him. He's ready to run away. He won't notice. Hi, Mom. That's my mom. She's actually the 24th mom. That's why there's a 24 at the end of her name. Or she makes a new account every year. I can't remember. Anyway, hi Oob, hi Matt, Dishablo, Golfer, Tiger. Welcome in, everybody. Tiger, thanks for helping me test earlier today. That was handy. I have a mat, I'm moving it around. Anyway, yeah, so Delver's Past music is good, but even more so is sorry, I'm a little loud. Just like all the music in the game, it's kind of insane. So this song obviously is like, this is the like Swords and Magic theme song or whatever. But like this song comes on every time I start the stream because I just hit play and then it just shuffles after that. But like someone commented on like the music just being generic and not good enough for a soundtrack or whatever. And this song came on, I was just like, it must feel bad to be wrong. Like, I don't know what else to say. Or she gets what a username is. Fair enough. They're just wrong. Like, just 100% wrong. This music it's so good. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's generic fantasy music, but like, what else would you want it to be? Like, should I just like do like a cyberpunk soundtrack with Swords and Magic? That would fit really well. It wouldn't be generic, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Hey, what's up, Pearl? Love the video. I know I've already said it like 4 times, but I'm really into it. I really hope you do a whole bunch of them. One of like my favorite things ever is watching CM Simpson, who posts videos. She has 200 plus episodes now of Swords and Magic, and Jana and I love just like putting her on the TV downstairs and we just like hang out on the couch and just watch her play. Jana just can't watch when she does like combat because she like spins around a lot, and so it makes Jana sick. But other than that, we love watching her content. So I'm hoping that we have another series, maybe we'll see, that we can also do that with yours. Anyway, I put on the stream thing up here what we're doing today. I put whatever blows up my skirt, but one, I decided that might not be appropriate, and 2, it didn't fit. It was just too long. So now it's whatever fills my sails today. And I don't know what that is. My plan is to make a bunch of videos. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, even if it's just like 1 a month or whatever, like that would be awesome. I'm sure the editing takes a while. So CM Simpson doesn't do a bunch of editing as hers. Hers is pretty much just like raw gameplay footage. Like she starts out, introduces what she's doing in the episode, and then just goes and does whatever. And that's it. And like that's still fun to watch. They're an hour long each, so it is kind of like a time investment. But like it's almost like a gameplay journal of like her adventures, which I think is wonderful as the developer of the game. The only problem, and well, honestly, maybe it's a good thing. The only problem is that she spends a lot of time doing inventory management because our game has a lot of items in it. And so that's one part where Jan and I will like skip ahead if she just spends a lot of time in her base doing inventory management. But it also did inspire me to finally do the auto deposit button. So now when you're playing the game, I'll show it off in case you haven't played with it yet in the new update. Play. Actually, I just had to refactor it, and I'll talk about the differences in a second. So if we have like a whole bunch of items here, and we have like 1 in our bank, and we're like, oh, I want to put all these items in my bank, and you just push this button and it goes in the bank. It's great, or whatever you're putting in. But recently there was a bug with this with multiplayer, and the reason is because the chests and the storage are... Hold on, I just realized that we need to test this in the bank. Just realized that this works different in banks, and I'm scared now. Okay, it worked the same. I think it'll be fine. Gotta have one in there. Sorry, music's a little loud for me. Anyway, yeah, okay, the bank works fine. We might have to test it in multiplayer, now that I think of it. Anyway, so the problem is it's replicated, right? There's like a server version of the bank. Can't do that. And so when you have the second player who like automatically like just immediately deposits everything one at a time, what happens is the server doesn't catch up and update it, and so it like deposits things over the top of other things, so you end up losing like all your items. And that was like the biggest bug I was trying to fix this update. Not to mention it like infinite gold, or a gold duplication bug kind of, which was a problem. But those are fixed now. But yeah, so what it does now is it like does like an async loop, which is a little janky, and it basically loops through and then tries to deposit something and then waits for a callback to see if it's been deposited. And once the server's like, yeah, it's in here, then it does the next thing. So as you'll probably notice, this is the client now, and I lost my items. Hang on, let's get some items. Okay, we have 100 tin ingots. Tin isn't even in the game, is it? I don't think tin's even in the game. Put that in the bank. We do this. It's a little slower. Ugh. Oh no. When I said a little slower, what I meant was a little slower, but this is way slower. Okay, I broke something. Damn it. Guess what? We're fixing a bug and we're gonna patch. That's what we're doing for this stream. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I know what the problem is. The problem is... Where's the problem? Container... Inventory. I'm so mad because I thought I had that fixed and I did not think about the bank. The bank is not replicated, and therefore... yeah, actually... Does this work for... We need to test this for, like, selling items, too. Dang it! Where is this, actually? Right here. So we're checking to see if it's a server. If it is a server... or no, if it's not a server, we also want to check to see if... the owning actor is a bank. So we can just do this. Otherwise, we want to treat it like it's a server and do the quick deposit. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Hi, Lewis. Welcome in. I was just giving you a hard time because I knew you'd respond to the message, obviously. But it has been a while since I've seen you in here. Okay, so on the bright side, I think with that bug, you can just close your inventory and do things like normal, so it's just going to be an issue with the bank. I'm going to put this back together to make sure I have the right amount. I have 98 now, keep that in mind. Oh, and 2 in here. Okay, it'll be 100. Okay, so that works perfect. Let's try to sell something. Oh wait, hold on. Merchant also breaks, but yeah, it's not a big deal because I can just close it. So okay, maybe it's not game breaking, maybe it doesn't need to be fixed right away, like we can patch it soon, that it doesn't need to be patched like today, because it's just going to affect your bank. So I'll have to do an announcement probably about it. That sucks. Yeah, I'm thinking skill trees today. I'm also sometimes if I'm just motivated to work on something, then I want to work on that, even if it's not like super relevant to what we need to do next. And today I was a little bit motivated to work on some farming stuff, maybe some tinkering stuff, and maybe also player shops, player run shops. So you like place a shop down, and then you put an item in it for sale. So that's an idea. I kind of want to play with that, but we don't have to. We actually probably should work on skill trees. That's definitely more important, and we could work on skill trees. What I ran into so far with skill trees. Hold on. Let's fix this bug really quick before I forget. Oh wait, hold on. I guess it sees the client. Wait, hold on. So it's seeing. Why was that not working? How about we print this? I don't know what this is. I assume it's like the NPC. Or maybe there isn't a container actor? No, there must be. Fill those sails with some mystic skills. We gotta redesign the mystic tree, I think. Which is a little bit of a problem. Nothing printed, so it doesn't have one. It also locks us out of this, which is interesting. So that means that it doesn't find. Do you think that would just work though? Let's just try it again with a breakpoint so we can make sure it didn't just do something weird. I think today it would be cool if some passives from each tree worked with any spell, so players can get some cool cross-classing. Yeah, you can already do that. That'll definitely be happening. We'll look through and look at what you can do with that in a second. What? Why is this not triggering? We're still locked out. That kind of sucks. But why are we not triggering at all? That means we're getting to here because we're disabling our, well, we're disabling the button. Maybe we're not able to async deposit at all because of something. Alright, let's just break from here, I guess, and try it again. Sorry. This was not supposed to be a bug fixing stream, but this is kind of a big deal we gotta fix. The problem is that when it calls out to the server to say, hey, have you put that thing in here yet? And then waits to listen for it to come back, the bank and the merchant inventories don't get that call because they're not on the server. Actually, merchant inventory is. No, it's not. Merchant inventory is local, right? You can't see other people's things they've sold. Skill trees, yay. Player shops also sound so sick. Yeah. From what I recall, many skills were class specific, e.g., Ember skills only worked with Ember spells, etc. Yeah, there are some things, but like, there has to be some stuff like that. Otherwise, if it's just all really generic, then there's really no reason to be a fire mage, right? Like, unless, I guess, if you just want to be. But like, yeah, if all the spell stuff is like so generic you can use it with any spell, then it doesn't matter which spell. You just level up whichever one you want to put points into for that one specific thing, which is fine, I guess. But I feel like there needs to be some specialization, right? 100% local. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I don't know what's going on with this. Let's try again. So push that button. Oh. Failed. And then bank. Ah. That also fails? Okay. So you can't use it at all with merchants. So, alright. So either one, we just like remove it if it's a merchant. We could just be like on begin play, like if it's a merchant, we just hide it. Otherwise we don't. That's probably gonna be a problem because it's fine, let's just do it. So let's do cast to what? Oh, that's the wrong one. Owning actor. NPC merchant. Is he gonna have to be refactored one day? And then we need did we get this? I don't know if they have an inventory component. They must, right? They don't. So how are we even doing? Okay, you know what? We're not going to do this. We're just going to remove it. So we'll have to do this on like every time the inventory is refreshed or something. You know, I think we can just actually get it from here. Hold on. I think it's just on them. Yeah, it's just right there. But I'm a little worried. Oh, it should work. If it's not a storage chest, then it's just going to be treated as a server. Okay, now we should be good to go. I think we can get rid of this. I don't think we need these. Save. I think that'll fix it. Let's find out. Ad starts in 20 seconds. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, okay, that worked. I don't know where I lost more things, but I think it's because I sold them to a merchant. Okay, that worked perfect. Okay, so it's gonna work really fast for your bank. And really fast for merchants. It's gonna work pretty slow. Actually, that was pretty quick. Oh, wait. How did I just lose items? God damn it. Sorry. Language. Okay, so we messed up again. So this is obviously failing the storage chest. Maybe we just check to see if it's an inventory component. I don't know if the bank does. It doesn't. Right, because it's on the... Okay, so let's just check to see if it has an inventory component then. Instead of this. If it has an inventory component, then it has a networked inventory, which means we need to do the bind. Otherwise, we can. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I think that'll do it. Yeah, otherwise, if it doesn't do the replicated, like, async check, then we lose a bunch of items because it overlaps them. I haven't had peace tea in so long. Okay, we're 35 this time. See how slow it is? It's pretty slow. It's only gonna be in like chests in your house, community chests. But like, it just is what it is. I don't know what else to do. Like, it's just slow in general. Oh, also keep in mind that I also have I have a simulated network lag on. That's like bad, like really bad. So that's also a big part of it. And it's like incredibly fast in there because it's not network. So, okay. It's fine. That's fine. It's good enough. Okay. Well, I can see it happening in real time. Yeah, Golfer, I guess you don't have an ad break for some reason. Everyone's back now, though, I guess. I don't understand English, but still decided to write. After watching your videos, I was inspired to make my own game. That's awesome. Now I'm making a game too. Thank you for your creativity. Deswell, I think, as well. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. You're welcome for my creativity. Good luck with your game. I wish you all the luck in the world. You got this. Don't give up. What ink is that? Tin. New blacksmithing lore just dropped. I guess so. I kind of wish you could see what other people sold in a merchant, but it's not worth the effort setting that up. Maybe when we like overhaul it. We're going to overhaul it one day. That's really awesome. I agree. Anyway, yeah, so it's faster than doing it yourself. Like, you just push a button and you wait for it to get done, but it's still slow. So what I want to do, and this was like my original idea, but I didn't have a quick way to do it. So we have this on use, where is it? This function right here is just on use, whenever you right click on an inventory item, it calls the on use thing. And if you have a container open as well, then it'll just automatically move or transfer that item to the container, and it attempts to stack it or place it in there depending on what like you need to do with it, like depending on where it's gonna go. So I'm just piggybacking like that function that already existed, because this function does a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like we find the container type, we find the type of inventory it is, which is the container type, whatever. We determine like what we do with it. Do we actually use the item? Do we determine if it's a container? So I guess I wouldn't need all this part because I know it's going to be a container. Well, I guess I don't. I don't know if it's a merchant, container, processor, etc. Oh, I guess I could have just used get inventory type too. That's interesting. I didn't know that existed. So that is a handy trick. Anyway, so yeah, and then it goes through and does this transfer item, which I guess could save some time. Because, like, I guess I don't need to do, like, all of that. Where'd it go? No, not here. Close that, close that. Here, I guess I don't need to do this. I could just bypass it and do on transfer item. But then I need, like, the from actor and to actor, which is annoying. I don't want to, like, deal with that. So this just gets that for me. And then also handles, like, the merchant buyback thing, which is nice. Yeah, so I don't have to do, anyway, so yeah, but basically I have to rewrite all of this and basically transfer it all into a local inventory. So like a fake behind the scenes, like pretend inventory. And then when it's all transferred over and everything's all sorted and like applied and everything, then I just take that fake inventory and plug it into the chest and say, hey, replace your whole inventory with this one, go. And then it does one like server call rather than transferring it, server call, transfer, server call, transfer, server call. And that's why it takes so long, because every time it transfers, it has to check back to see if it's transferred. And if it has, then it can transfer again. And so if I just did it all in the back end, like by rewriting all this code essentially, then I could just send one chunk over there, and it might take like a split second for it to do the whole thing, but it doesn't have to like do one at a time. So it'll just be done. So that's a lot faster, but it means I have to basically rewrite all of this. Like I have to figure out all this stuff. Like, are we going to transfer just one? Is this a stack of one? I don't have to worry about it. I guess we don't have to worry about that at all. But basically, yeah, I have to like go through this whole thing. Do we have any slots left? If we have slots left, then we do this thing. If we don't have slots left, we do this thing, etc., etc. It's just, look at all this. Like I'd basically have to rewrite like all this, or try to find a way to like steal this or like use this thing, but then not call whatever happens next. So it's gonna be a lot of like copying code, and I don't want to touch it right now. This also handles like XP when you're taking items from a processor. Like this handles like all the transferring stuff, and I just don't want to deal with it. Anyway, let's move on. We fixed that bug. We're going to let players know that that's broken for right now. Cancel. We didn't change anything in here, did we? We didn't. I deleted a node. Whatever. Save. That's fine. It's also really hot in my office today. Our AC doesn't work, and we're waiting to have a leak test done for our home warranty, so they'll come out and like actually fix it this time. So we last summer when our AC kind of stopped working, we had this company come out and they were like, yeah, we'll fix it, but it'll cost you like, well, they were basically like really vague about it, and they're like, well, we'll come out and do like a leak test, but we're pretty sure it's going to cost you like, it could be $2,000 to fix, or it could be $20,000 to fix. We don't know. So it'd just be cheaper and more reliable for you to just buy and install a brand new unit, a brand new air conditioning unit. And so we'll do that for like, you know, $20,000 to $40,000. And we're like, but like, you don't want to come out and see if you can fix it first. Like if it's just a leak and you can just like fix like one little valve where it's leaking, that might cost like $20. But why would you not like want to do that first? But they're very adamant that once they came out and started looking, it could cost us a lot of money depending on where they had to look. And so I already knew that meant they were gonna rack up fees for no reason. So we decided not to go with that garbage company, and then we decided to do sign up for a home warranty instead. And because of the home warranty, they like handle that stuff it means like the company doesn't really care and they're not trying to screw anyone over and they have to like follow the guidelines. So I'm hoping that this company doesn't screw us over and they actually like do it the right way. Your dad was an HVAC technician and the industry is full of slimy people. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we went through the same thing in Arizona where they were like, yeah, we don't know how much it would cost us to fix it, so let's just get you a new one. That way you know you're going to get a new one, you know it's going to be working, etc., and it's just like, it's so stupid. This is just like, I don't know. This is just America in a nutshell. Like, anything you need to buy these days and you don't know everything about it, like any services, like a dentist, a doctor, like anywhere where they can upcharge you for something, they're gonna do it because there's no one there to stop them from doing it. And it's just, it's really a shame that we've come to that. Anyway, all that to say that I'm really hot. It's gonna get worse. Okay, let's go look at skill trees. First, we gotta turn them back on because I turn them on and then I package a whole build and go to like do an update and then I remember they're still turned on and I have to go back and do it again. This is not the one. It's journal page something, I think. Maybe it is this one. It's this one. Skill trees. Switcher. Switch this to 0. Boom. Skill trees active. Also, packaging takes forever, right? So I have to go in and like when I'm ready to package, I open up Tierwin. I build paths, build lighting, build all the stuff. Takes like 5 to 10 minutes to do all that. Save all the levels, all that, which takes forever. Because it's like, 60 different like sub levels has to save. Then I have to go into package here and I go to like build target, make sure I'm on Swords and Magic and stuff, not the server. And then I go package and I have to go, first I have to go change the version number, make sure the right version number, refresh any libraries I might have changed, which usually happens during testing, so that's not a problem. And then I have to go in and like package for change to like if I'm going to do a development build or shipping build, and then we have to click package. Then I have to wait for that whole packaging process, which takes like 5 minutes. Longer than that. Let me try again. Take like 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour, depending on what I'm doing or how long the computer's been on. So yeah, there's like 30 minutes there, and then when that's done, I have to go in and open up the build and change the version number in my like script, and then I have to upload to the server, and then I have to test it. That's like a whole long process, and it takes like an hour to do like the whole thing usually, and it's just very like hurry up and wait work. Like I click 3 buttons and I wait half an hour, then I click 3 buttons and wait 10 minutes. Like it's really frustrating to do that whole thing. But I found out today that you can automate that whole process, and you can do it without even opening up Unreal Engine. Like you can literally like build levels and paths without even opening up Unreal. It'll just do it like on the back end. So I'm going to write as soon as I have time, probably this weekend, hopefully, I'm going to sit down and write a whole batch file that'll basically go in and package up. It'll like build Tierwin for me, then package a dev build, and then upload the dev build when that's done. And it'll do it all without even opening Unreal Engine. So I can just literally click one file, like a batch file, to open it up and do it. And it'll do the whole process for me, upload it and everything, set it live and everything. Not live, but like live for preview. And then like, hopefully I can set it up to like give me a notification when it's done, but I don't know if that's possible. But that would be so good because then I can just click a button and it's ready to go. I can walk away for like 30 minutes, whatever, and not worry about it. And I bet it's faster. I bet you it's faster now because I don't have to open like the GUI and everything. Like the GUI, like none of this has to be open. I don't have to sit and wait for Tierwin to open or wait for the project to open everything. And my computer won't have to worry about resources doing this. So I think it's going to save me a ton of time. And then I can just make 2 of them, one for the server, one for this one, and maybe even like might be able to set one up for like the demo, but I don't know if that's going to work. Anyway, I'm excited about it. It feels really weird standing and streaming. Okay, let's look at our skill trees. So Matt, you know what the skill trees are. I don't know why I'm trying to show you this. So like mage skill tree. This does say mage spells cost 20% less. Should say less magic to cast. And that does make sense. Like I feel like if you're leveling up a mage, it shouldn't just be like all spells. It should just be mage spells. Right? And then spell weaving, decrease cast time of all mage spells by 20%. So that's cast time, and this is mana. So magic and cast time. Kind of wish these were like things you could put points in. Like we had like 3 points at the bottom, because then this could start at like 10% and then like 25% and then like 50. Because 50% less magic for like buying it 3 times would be well worth it. And the same with this one. We go up to like 30% cast time, so 10, 20, 30. Pyromancy, Ember Staff attacks now have a 10% crit chance, and Ember attuned weapons have a 20% chance to ignite the target. Ember attuned weapons. How crazy would it be if the attunement bench that we did let you attune other weapons too to give them like elements? Like chaos could like have a 10% chance whatever to like give enemies chaos sickness, and maybe a 10% chance to give yourself chaos sickness, and then you have like order has like a 10% chance to like heal you, and then maybe a 20% chance to heal you. I don't know. Give me spell blades. That would be kind of cool. Because this does, I mean, just because it's like, this is written poorly, because obviously there's only Ember staves and wands. What if we just built the attunement bench today? Arcane Meditation, standing still for 5 seconds grants you the Clear Mind effect, granting you +3 aura and +3 willpower for 1 minute. So basically just stand still for 5 seconds and you're good to go for a fight. Like you're just preparing for a fight, which is kind of cool. And you're pretty much going to stand still before you walk into a fight anyway to like do buffs or whatever. So, and you can be casting spells too, you just can't move. Let's see. Frost attacks slow enemies. Slowed enemies have a 20% chance to become frostbitten, taking damage over time. Don't touch it, it'll crash on me. They had my juice.
Am I green screen? Because my shirt's the same color.
I'm sure you're gonna be green screened.
Oh, I'm not this tall.
Yeah, you're just not tall enough to find out.
I'm green screen!
Jen is wearing a bright green. Here,
you have to make it a little lower. No, just this.
No.
I'm just arms. I'm at. Anyway, they had 2. I got you both.
Thanks.
I'll put this one up here. Oh, I hit the chair.
What are you
This
doing?
is very delicate, apparently.
I know, I didn't know what else to do, but I'm about ready to like switch it back in it because it's getting hot and I don't want to stand up anymore.
It's very hot.
I know, I need a fan, probably.
Fans are here.
Bring it to me.
Oh. Can't bring it. Okay.
Stick on me, I can't feel it there. I need on this chair, facing at me. Can I plug it in? Thanks.
Yeah.
Hi. This is why you guys come to the stream so you can see the behind the scenes stuff, isn't it? This is all screwed up now. Where does this need to go? This way? Now I screwed up the fan though. There. I fixed it. We're all set up, and now I have a fan. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's take a poll. I don't know how long I'll be able to stream for, so let's just get to work on something. Do you guys want to work on the attunement bench? The rogue skill tree? Hunter is done. Warrior is done. It needs icons. We could do icons for the warrior tree. We also need to fix this thing. And we need to fix the saving thing. I haven't done that yet. Mage is done. Druid has been started, but is definitely not done. Mage is done. Mystic has been started, but I don't know if I like it. I think Mystic is technically done. I don't know. Maybe we keep Mystic as it is. Maybe we just try it. Maybe we just like release Mystic as it is. We'll make the icons for it and just release it. And then we'll see what people think. It's early access, right? If we don't like it, we'll just redo it. I think attunement is cool, but I think it needs to be designed as an integrated system before it's started. So you don't build something and then realize it needs if refactor. So the attunement system is, I mean, like, okay, so as far as tuning other weapons, that would have to wait. I don't want to touch that until we know about that. Yes, you're right about that. But as far as like how attunement goes, for everything else, yeah, it's, or for the stabs, I'm not too worried about it. Like, it's just going to change. It literally just changes the class skill associated with the staff. Okay, well, Golfer, how much do you know about the Mystic Tree? Let's just be a Mystic. I don't know what I'm doing. Level 30 Mystic. Let's hold on. Let's first give ourselves one of these bad boys. And then we'll give ourselves some skill points. I don't know if Lingering Heal works. We're just doing everything. Oh, we don't have any players. That's a problem. Kind of need another player to like test the Mystic Tree. See, I think the attunement bench is pretty important. All it really needs to do is convert shards. Like, needs to take shards in and give you a new staff out, basically. But you know, Matt, the thing you were talking about, like maybe using the spell books as the attunement, basically, is kind of a good idea. And then with every spell book we have is like, does that already work? We like do ignite. Yeah, it says Ember Magic. Okay. The Ember Magic Mage. Okay. So if we have like Ignite equipped, then your staff would now be a fire staff and do fire damage, which means your staffs would basically nothing. And if you don't have a spell book equipped, I guess your staff can't do anything. Right? Because like I don't know how else to handle that. Because like, what experience would we give you if you use the staff without a spell equipped, so it didn't have an attunement, it didn't have a class? It would just be like arcane, and you wouldn't get any experience at all. But it would still do like just base damage, just nothing special. I guess that could work. I like playing support to other players, and from my understanding, the skills will help with that a lot. Yeah, all right, so let's look at that. Sorry. So, Mystic Aura. So the first thing that you get as a Mystic is the Mystic Aura. Casting an order spell triggers a Mystic's Aura around you for 20 seconds, granting a Juvenation effect to you and any allies who enter it. So basically, it's just a heal over time around you, like a healing aura. Yeah. Then you level it up, and you get Empowered Aura. It's now larger, removes random debuffs, and grants +3 resilience in addition to the rejuvenation effect. Now, I don't think that this actually removes random debuffs, and I think we might have changed it somewhere else. I'm opening the board. Oh, it's not on the board. We started changing it. I don't know. I like the idea of the aura, but at the same time, I think it's kind of boring. Like basically this is all you really get. You get mystic armor, you get an aura, you get mystic armor, which just gives you casting an order spell grants you a stack of mystic armor, reducing cast time and granting +1 magic regeneration per stack. So you can cast that up a bunch of times. I think we need first, I think. First heal. Oh, I hate that. We need a staff. Sure. Oh my god, look at all this stuff. Mystic Haste. Why is this like going down and then coming back up? Mystic Armor. Mystic Haste. Prevention. Intervention. I don't know why that was acting weird. I think it's like triggering over and over again for some reason. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's just triggering over and over again. The icons will obviously change on that. That's all just placeholder stuff. Really cool if there was a skill that gives you some immunity to chaos sickness. There is. So here's the thing about Order or the Mystic. You can only be an Order mage or a Chaos mage at a time, or whatever, an Order Mystic or a Chaos Mystic at a time. But I think that will change eventually. So yeah, just casting this will just like keep resetting it or keep refreshing it every little while. Intervention is kind of insane. Let's see if you can even like die. I'm getting rejuvenation too. Like, look at all these freaking buffs you get. It's kind of insane. I don't know what I was getting rejuvenation for. Oh, because every time you get healed by something, you have a chance of getting rejuvenation. And I think Mystic Aura is just healing me and giving me a chance to have rejuvenation. But yeah, I don't think players can die. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna die inside of a Mystic's aura. But the thing is, okay, so if you want to be a Chaos Mystic, you have to become Corrupt first. So this is like a little bright, probably. Like, this is a lot going on here. Like, it looks cool, but it's probably too much. Go ahead, dumb that down a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, so basically the entire skill tree for Mystic, this is all just Order. And then if you become Corrupt, this flips and becomes Chaos. So another idea we had is like, we slide all these over, and then the Chaos one appears here and like goes through the like well, I'll just spread them out a little bit. But basically, like, they'll overlap each other, kind of like this, you know. So you have like Order and Chaos, and they go up in the middle or something. I don't know. And the idea is that you become Corrupt, and then this flips to the Chaos tree. So then instead of a Mystic Aura, or yeah, you still have a Mystic Aura, but the aura instead will. Well, I don't know. I guess the idea is we'll have like two different trees. We'll just disable this one if you're not corrupt, or if you're corrupt, and then disable the other one if you're not corrupt. You know what I mean? But we could just make it so it just flips. So instead of your Mystic Aura doing, I don't know, whatever. Originally we had a couple different ideas. So like, so for corruption you'd have. Or for Chaos, you'd have Corrupting Invocation, which is a passive that basic attacks and Chaos spells now apply Corruption, dealing damage over time to enemies. So like every attack with them gives them like Corruption, which just gives them like probably like 3 seconds or whatever of like damage over time. Harbinger Chaos spells now have a 20% chance to crit. Critical strikes apply 3 stacks of Corruption. Fear the Reaper auto attacks from scythes now shoot projectiles. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Don't quote me on that one. That was an idea we had. It would do 0.5 times weapon damage and restore 1 HP in addition to, so it basically just do like, it would just become a staff essentially that also does melee damage. So it would just do both, which is insane. And restore 1 HP in addition to 1 times weapon damage in melee range. Scythe can also cast chaos spells, but you receive double stacks of chaos sickness. So you cast, yeah, I don't know if I like that either, but we'll see. And the last one would be Unbound Entropy. Chaos Sickness now has a 20% chance to restore your HP instead of dealing damage. So that's like the trick, right? So like you'd get to the point where your Chaos Sickness no longer like affects you. And another idea that we had was like, and I had this written down somewhere, but I don't know what happened to it. I guess maybe it got scrapped and not anywhere. But the idea was like, if you were lower health, your chaos damage did more damage, or your chaos spells did more damage. So you'd want to keep your character's health to like 20% or whatever to do max damage. So you'd want the chaos sickness like keeping you lower health, right? But also like with the like a 20% chance to restore instead of like hurting you or whatever, then you could like kind of mitigate that better. I don't know. I don't know. But like the whole point of chaos is you have to get chaos sickness. We can't prevent it. So there's no way that we'll have immunity, but we could have a thing where like we could have like a potion or whatever that grants immunity for a certain amount of time. To be honest, I'm gonna spoil something for you. Iron skin potions, they grant you immunity to chaos sickness right now. They grant you immunity to like everything. You can't be caught on fire, you can't get chaos sickness, anything like that. Probably should be able to get chaos sickness, and we should make another potion that like prevents chaos sickness, and that would be rad, because then we could make that like really hard to craft or whatever, and then mystics would always be like looking for that potion. That would be really fun. Anyway, but yeah, the more you cast chaos spells, the closer or the more corrupt you become, and then the sooner like it flips to the chaos tree. I don't know. I kind of like the idea that the chaos tree isn't just the same tree, but you know, chaos. I don't know. I do like the aura thing. Maybe we just keep it because it's like already coded. The whole thing's working, as you can see. Like it all works. My favorite thing about this tree is the intervention. Allies in your Mystic's aura who would otherwise take fatal damage will instead be healed. This triggers a magic overload, destroying your aura. So anyone who dies within your aura, like, is instead healed. They don't die. They don't take damage at all. They get healed instead. And then your aura is boop, it's gone, and you got to cast another spell to get it back up. It's kind of badass. I tested it by having. Let's see if I can test it again. Let's see if I can get it to work. When I was setting it up, I got it to work. So let's see if we can get it. The thing about the Mystic Aura is that even though like I think it's kind of boring having just the aura, it's really powerful, and I think it'll be really useful. And then you have spells on top of that, which is probably like the issue, right? It's like it doesn't really lean on casting spells. It really only wants you to cast one spell, and then it handles all of it for you, which is kind of lame. But in a game like this, like positioning as a healer is important, and if you have an aura, then it makes it even more important, which is kind of what I like about it. Let's do it on this character. We drink that first. We need to fix this bug today. Just cause I want them. Okay, and then if I cast... Okay, let's have this guy fly way up. Okay, and he's falling. This guy casts first heal. There's his aura. Boom. Bondu just hits the ground from definitely like death height and does not die, doesn't take any damage, gets healed, and my aura is gone. Like, how cool is that? Like your friend can be like, oh no, how do I get down from this area or something? I don't know. You're gonna have a glider, it doesn't matter. But like, you can like literally just get like wrecked by a boss, and as long as there's a mystic in the area with an aura up and I have intervention, then it triggers and you don't die. Like, I'm a little scared that it's gonna be like really overpowered. Because as long as you keep casting spells, your friends are not gonna be able to die. Let's just piss these guys off and see if we can keep them alive. Also, we're probably... Uh-oh. Hold on. Damn it, we gotta do it again now. I have to build paths. If I build paths in Tierwin, then I lose paths in here for some reason, so I can't. I have to like rebuild them again. I don't know why that happens. Would love to be able to cast my spells with a scythe. Yeah, that's something I would really, really like to get working. And I think as a chaos, we should do that. That's kind of why maybe that's the trick. Maybe the trick is like the order mystic can just do the like, it's just kind of like an aura thing, and it's a little bit boring, right? It's not. It's like it's cool and it makes you a really good healer, but it's a little bit lame. Like, I don't know, you're pretty powerful. But as a chaos mystic, that's where like I think it's gonna be really interesting, and I think we should switch it up and make those a little more like active. So you're definitely more of a combat fighter, right? Like it's very much like, I don't even think like a chaos mystic, I don't even think is gonna get any like boost to healing or anything like that. Like I think you're gonna lose all of that benefit. You'll still be able to heal, obviously. You can still use mystic spells and they'll still be powerful because of your level. But yeah, I think you'll lose all of the interesting stuff. Yeah, hopefully. So I'm going to take aggro really fast, actually, now that I think about it. So and I'm not like, oh man. I'm really excited to get these out, because then we need to like I'll have to get like Matt in or something, and we'll have to go do like a little tank healer test and see what that feels like. Maybe we'll turn on like the Frost Golem or something, because that's a really good boss fight to like test that kind of stuff on. Grimwick's not really like great as like a boss fight for like Grimwick works really well right now with our setup, but like as far as like a dungeon boss would go, like where you really need a party, doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really matter that much. Same with Gatekeeper. But I think that the Frost Golem is a really good boss for that kind of like tanky, like the Holy Trinity thing. This guy doesn't matter. Let's do this guy's. But yeah, I want to see if like if they can die, you know? Because like I'm gonna keep healing and they're gonna keep getting healed. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. I feel like I need. No, it's fine. Oh yeah, they can definitely die. So I've saved him from death twice now. Three or four times now. Yeah, okay, so that's... Oh, I don't know. That's a lot of damage. Does prevention stop forgotten permadeath? Yes, sir. Yeah, of course it does. So, I mean, like... I did use, like, almost all my magic. That's another thing. I think one of the auras... Maybe one of the auras needs to, like, give you, like, reduce magic cost. Because healing is going to get expensive. And you're going to need to just be like pumping potions down. I don't know why that just sounded so bad and why I said it like that. You're going to need to be chugging potions. That's better. Don't ask. But maybe like maybe if you go like Mystic and like Mage. What am I doing? Maybe we do. Maybe Arcane Mastery, like, maybe it does give you, like, because then, because then Mage could be, like, generic, like, Spellcaster, right? Like, maybe we do that. Maybe, like, I do like that Mage can go, like, Pyromancy or, like, I don't know, what's it called? Cryomancy, I guess? Is that what they're called? I like that, and we can still do that, but maybe like Arcane Meditation. Actually, let's look at the tree. Oh, I can't look at the tree. Damn it. This one's Arcane Meditation, I think. Yeah. And then this one is Arcane Mastery, and this one is Spell Weaving. So Spell Weaving, Arcane Mastery, and Meditation are like the three that could like benefit all spellcasters. So maybe like that's where the benefit comes in. Like if you want to be a really good healer, then you should probably go Mystic, Order, and then Mage, right? Thaumaturge is an Ice Mage. Is it? I thought that was like weird magic. Thaumaturgy is the ability of a magician to perform magic or other paranormal events. Capability of a magician to work magic or other paranormal events, or a saint to perform miracles. I think I think it's Cryomance. Cryomancy. The ability to manipulate ice and water. Yes, Cryomancy. Thaumaturgy I think is just like a kind of like an offbeat like mage, right? It's like a magician, like a stage magician or something like that would be like in like a fantasy setting where they can actually perform like tricks or whatever, like that are actual magic. I don't know. Be a buffing class previously. Yeah, I've seen it for a bunch of different things. My only like real experience with it would be Minecraft, and that was like just mage. It was like magic, but it was like it wasn't like casting spells like with a staff or that, or like it was more like rituals or like building magical contraptions that like create things. It was like creating magical items and stuff. I think is like thaumaturgy in Minecraft. And I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. Either way, I have those three benefiting. I like those three benefiting all types of spells. I do too, because then like it just kind of makes mage like more of a rounded thing. Like you can be an order mage now, right? Like that's kind of like the whole point. All right, let's do that. So we need to modify spell weaving, and all three of these actually, which kind of sucks. I bet we have to rewrite them. Like we probably have to rebuild them. Let's go look at what they did again. Mage spells cost 20% less. So where the hell would we put that? Let's search. If I'm who I think I am, then I left comments. Yep. Generic staff item tooltip. Generic staff. This is checking if it's what? If it's order magic? Mystic Haste. Oh. Let's do that instead. This one is spell weaving. This one is checking. Oh, it's literally doing it. It's already working how we want it to, I think. Oh wait, no, right here. Find class from skill. Mage. So we can just remove this. Because the cached skill is the skill of the glyph you have equipped. So we kind of already have this working where like it doesn't really matter what type of weapon you have equipped, it just matters what spellbook you have equipped, which is interesting. Oh right, that would make sense because it's a spell. Okay, so let's not worry about this then. We just take this out. Now it works for every spell. So let's rename it. That was spell weaving. Decrease cast time of all spells by 20%. Okay, I kind of like keeping it at 20% now because now it like impacts every spell you have, and that's more powerful. I was thinking like maybe we should go like 35 or like 40% to like really boost it up there, but I think we should keep it at 20 now. What's up, Boob? Nothing's super poppin'. We're kind of changing how mage works in the skill tree. I'm here. What time would you like dinner? What time would I like dinner? I don't know. What time do you want to make dinner? What time do you want dinner? What is for dinner? Okay, next one is Arcane Mastery. Probably in the same place. Nope. Okay, well I did really good with commenting the other ones. Let's try this one. Nope. You'd think it'd be in here. Energy cost. Let's search for energy cost. This might not work anywhere. So I can't put it on the glyph itself, so I know it doesn't matter there. Oh, that's just like sitting there. Never mind. Focus info. That's not an item tooltip. ADS master can afford glyph energy cost. Can afford glyph energy cost. That's one. Glyph data. Player can afford energy. So it needs to be in here probably, but it might actually be on the glyph. Oh no, this is actually literally coming from the data asset. Where is this being called from? Where are we? ADS master? So this is probably being called like... Yeah, it looks like we're using this. We're gonna need to add it in here, I guess. Because we can't just, there's not gonna be a place where we can just like set the energy cost because it's pulling it right from the data asset. So anytime we actually ask for it, do it in here maybe? I wonder if this is, like, what other energy is there? Get energy is just magic. And this, again, this is just asking if we can afford it. This isn't even actually like removing it, so... Okay, we'll put it in here, I guess. Get tags. Okay, let's go back to here and see how we're doing it in here. We're doing check for gameplay tag. There's no get. This also means we don't need to be doing this or this. Okay, so check for gameplay tag. Is, and we're looking for mastery. Arcane mastery. Select. That goes here. If we have it, then we multiply this by... See, we just have one tag in this, so there's not really a good way for me to check if we have like multiple levels, unless we do like Arcane Mastery and then like level 1, level 2, level 3, I guess, which we could add on. But then like that's gonna be a pain to do. I think we just let's just not do the levels. Multiply that by 0.8. False, we just plug this straight in. And then we check, and then we do a passive mage arcane mastery. So then we can find it again next time. When we search for it. Check it out. Hi Cthulhu. Gusta Queso. And my favorite game of all time is Wild Arms 2. Ooh. Welcome in. Speaking of favorite game of all times, earlier today, I jumped in the shipping build to test to make sure that Swords of Magic was running. Speaking of that, I'm just triple checking. Okay, no, we're good. I had a notification on Discord. I want to make sure it wasn't someone screaming that like the whole game is on fire or something. Hang on. Anyway, so I jumped in Swords of Magic. Nothing's on fire as far as I can tell. And breakfast burritos? Oh, yum. How long am I streaming? I don't know. I guess until dinner's ready. Maybe a little after. I was just like playing for a few minutes, and I ran over to like my house, and I was like gliding up onto my roof because I love Jesse's beekeeper house so freaking much. It's my favorite house in the game, and it's the house I have in there. So I was just like gliding on the roof, and I was just kind of looking at it, and I was just like looking at the inventory and like stuff, and like appreciating the new updates we put in and everything. And I just had this weird realization that I like really love this game, which is weird for me because like this last like year or so I've been very hit or miss on the game. Like a lot of like parts of me have been like, man, I just want to move on and make something different, and I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm like sick of this game and I hate it and like yada yada. And like I don't know, but like for some reason today I love it, and I was really excited about it today. Now you know. But yeah, Cthulhu, I'm making a game called Swords and Magic and stuff. You might have heard of it. It's on Steam. It's in early access. You can buy it. It was on sale like last week. It's not anymore, so it is full price again. How cozy is the game? This is the art style. This is the character here. Pretty cozy. This is obviously a dev level. This isn't like what the game actually looks like. This is just random stuff thrown everywhere that we can test. But it's pretty cozy. This is a new staff we just put in the game. Literally today. Like an hour ago. Just went in the game. Let's on this one. Yeah, this is the game. What do you want? This is your inventory, lots of stuff. Oh yeah, I can't sell things to her. She's a fake for merchant. You can do flips. There's a glider. You can build houses. Here, let's do that. Let's this is a house place that you can buy. You buy plots in the world, and then you can place down things on them. This has to be on the ground. Again, keep in mind that this is the dev level. Things don't really look like this. And you put whatever you need in here, and vines and nails and oak planks. Nails. I'm cheating. Oak planks. Vines. Silk vines. You construct it. Then you have a little pergola thing. You can do it with houses too. There's a bunch of there's like, I don't know, 50 something structures in the game, maybe more. Maybe it's 80 something. I don't remember. Jana just counted the other day. This is just one little cute one that you can build. You can build whole houses. You can decorate them. There's tons of furniture. Let's go get a bench. We have 99 benches now. Oh, I'm using the wrong keys. Some benches now. You can put down like a rug if I wanted to. Random ornate rug. Oh, I can't place that underneath there. A little bit I can. What else? Candle holder. Is this the tall one? Nope. There, I'll put it on the bench though. But yeah, you can decorate. There's like there's tons of stuff you can do. You can build like kitchens and like storage rooms, and like there's like over 1,800 items in the game I think right now, and like more get added like every other month or every single month pretty much. There's lots of stuff in the game. It's really pretty cute. What'd I miss? Oh my god, I missed so much chat. What happened? What's up, Odd? Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I think this game is my favorite game of all time. Wow, Golfer, that's a lot. Loving what you're working on, and cute family, living the life. Thanks, man. Who is Fondue? That's my test character's name. He's a fawn. His name is Fondue. And yeah, it's pretty cozy. I'm Shay. I used to stream Swords of Magic. Hey, what's up, Shay? I know you. It's great to see more work being done on it. Yeah, we never really like stop work on it. Every once in a while, we'll take like a couple weeks off, if that. And every once in a while, I'll switch and like play with a different project or whatever for a while, just because you burn out a little bit and I need a break. But we pretty much update at least like every other month, if not a couple times a month. We've already done like 2 updates this month, they're both pretty well. One of them was a pretty major update, standard size update, and the other one was a pretty minor update, but still, we just updated again today. We've had like 5 patches already this month. And yes, I definitely remember your stream too. Thank you for streaming, I appreciate it. The game also has difficulty settings, so you can control the level of coziness from very cozy to permadeath. Yes, you can. Yeah. Permadeath hits different. It's a little different than when just running around. Like, if you die normally, you turn into a ghost. I'll show you, actually. I'll do it in a non-violent way. Oh, I pushed a button I didn't want to push. Uh-oh. Die. So if you die, you can turn into a ghost, and then you fly around, and you have 30 seconds. Oh, sorry about this annoying giant debug thing. You can fly around and check stuff out, investigate, explore, whatever you want to do. You're pretty much free. You can fly through most doors as a ghost, which is cool. And then when you're ready to return to life, or if you run out of time, then you just head back to one of these shrines, boom, and you're back to life. These are like all over the world. You can even use it to fast travel. I've seen people use them to fast travel. You can't just do /die in game. That's the debug thing. But if you do get killed, we actually thought about making a potion of spirit walking that just turns you into a ghost. So you just take it, it just kills you, and then you can just fly. And then like, whatever. We even thought about making a potion of spirit walking that like only gives you like 10 seconds as a ghost. And then when you run out of time, it just spawns you wherever you're at. So you just like can spirit walk to a new location for 10 seconds. It's basically just like a fly spell, or like a fly potion, which I thought would be kind of cool. Yeah, and we even had ideas for. Is this a golem? It is. I forgot I put a golem in here, and then it's not set up properly, so it won't wake up or fight you. But it's a stone golem. It's in the ground. Anyway. You might want to go to PAX. Yeah. Just email them to see about prices for a booth. Yeah, so that's I forgot to mention that, Odd. We work with a company called Girls Make Games. I might have mentioned this before. They are a summer camp for girls who like ages 8 to 18, I think. And last year I was a counselor. Before that I was I worked with them as an Unreal Engine consultant, building an Unreal Engine course for their girls for the summer camp. And I built their like curriculum that we ran last year as I ran last year as a counselor with my team, and the Unreal Engine game won over a whole bunch of other games. I think, did they use Unity in the other camps or just Construct for the teens? I can't remember now. Whatever it was. My team won their game. It's actually really cool. It's not up on itch or anything, is it? I think it's just on the... That's not it. I guess it's not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the game that my team made last year. So it's like a walking simulator murder mystery game, and you walk around and like investigate stuff in the room. You have like a bunch of like a dossier on all the like people in the house. You have to find out who killed one of the Jenna, who's also a suspect apparently. You can just like walk around this like little Victorian style like dining table, or dining room. Sorry, not dining and dining table. You can like pick up everything in the room and like spin around and look at it, look for clues. You can fingerprint things, like dust things for fingerprints. I think that's about all the features we had. I don't know. I'm trying to click the close button there. I want to see more of the game. These are terrible screenshots. I don't know why they'd use these screenshots. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But my team won. You can play it on here apparently. I'll link it if you want to check it out. But anyway, so I worked with them last year. We worked with them a lot, and we're trying to see if we can get into a booth at PAX for them. I think that'd be really cool for them to like have a booth at PAX, because there'd be so many gamers going through there who'd like, oh yeah, I want my kids to sign up for this. Plus, their camps are in the Seattle area, and since PAX is in Seattle, it would just like make perfect sense, and I feel like they'd get a ton of interest there. So we're gonna reach out to them and see if they're interested in doing a booth, and then we would run it for them, like we run the booth for them. So we could not afford a booth for our game, but we were thinking if we ran the booth for them, maybe they would let us promote our game at the booth with their stuff, and just be like, yeah, we work with Girls Make Games, and this is the game we made, you can check out, and if you want me to teach your kids how to make games, sign up here, because I teach the camps or something. I don't know, something like that would be kind of cool. Moving on. I've been so frustrated beating my head into a wall trying to make a game myself that it's nice to see someone so passionate about it. Yeah, making games is hard. You have to be an artist and a programmer, and if you're working solo anyway, a designer, sometimes a musician. Like, there's just so many hats to wear. It's a ton of work. Gear rentals can be punishing, sometimes more expensive than just buying your own stuff. Yeah. You guys be at PAX? I'll come and say hi. We will be at PAX. At least we'll almost for sure be at PAX, just like at least hanging out. We might have a booth. We'll see what happens. We'll be a booth volunteer, no cap. Do you want to be a booth volunteer for Girls Make Games though? I mean, now that you know the reason we're looking at the booth. But yeah, if we do a booth for Swords of Magic, that would be awesome. Jana just locked it in. We're definitely going to PAX for sure. Oh, you're going in Australia. Okay, yeah, that's a little different. Should change his donation goal to a booth at PAX. I haven't gotten prices yet. I mean, that would be great, but I'm pretty sure it's like $3,500. And that's without gear. That's without like anything else. That's just getting a booth. That wouldn't include, like, we have to do like banners, and like we have to have like a laptop set up that can run the game that won't get stolen, you know, because that stuff happens. And game pads that like can be locked up or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to do game pads either, because let's face it, the game is not very good on a gamepad. I can't wait to do more permadeath streams once skill trees are in. Same. I mean, I'm excited for yours too. We should go to PAX Australia. That would be super cool. That'd be amazing. I think a lot of Aussies would love this game. True. Yeah, actually, a good chunk of our... Thank you for this news. A good chunk of our audience is actually from Australia, I think. I think it's like up there. Feels like half the dev team used to be from Australia. Pretty much, yeah. They use Unity in other camps. Cool. Backwards hat day. Pretty much every day is backwards hat day, because otherwise I have to like shower and like do my hair, and that sucks. It's just one more thing I have to then do to prepare to stream, and so it's just one more thing that I would then put off streaming for, right? Like, I don't want to take a shower and do my hair and everything, so I'm not going to stream today. So if I can just put a hat on and stream, then like that's a win. Labor Day weekend, yeah. Okay, I'm caught up on chat. Getting back to work, or get back to marketing or marking. Got it. See you later, Shay. Worst case, buy a few Steam Decks, and we'll do some random on-floor S&M testing until they kick us out for soliciting. Yeah. So my friend and I, who were working together on a game a long time ago, went to PAX the first time together, and we kind of tried that. Like, we had like business cards and stuff, and we were like hitting people up in lines and stuff, and it was just kind of uncomfortable. Like, it's just different when you're like trying to sell something to a random person, like cold, right? Then, or like compared to like when they walk up to your booth to like see what you're doing, right? It's just a different scenario. So can't smell me through the screen. Yeah, exactly. See, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be in PAX West, Golfer. Yeah, I'm not. let me explain. It's not like I never shower. It's just that, like, if I shower, like, let's say I shower today and I make my hair look all nice, it's not gonna look nice tomorrow, right? My hair, I'm gonna sleep on it. My hair's gonna be crazy. I have kind of longer hair now. It's getting, I mean, not longer, but it's like getting longer. So it's not like it doesn't stay looking nice for 2 days. So like, I can maybe like finagle it to make it look nice for a second day, but it definitely won't last a third day. So I definitely have to shower at least every other day if I want to stream. And sometimes it's just my shower schedule as a adult parent doesn't line up with my stream schedule, and so it's just easier to put a hat on when it's a day where my hair isn't looking how I want it to look. Life-size cube head costume at Swords and Magic. I mean, it'd be cool. I'm just afraid people would just think we were just doing like Minecraft cosplay or something. There's just like nothing better than like the slime mount hopping around. Anyway, I'm really excited about these skill trees. We need to, oh right, we're doing the Arcane Mastery. I can't get just too distracted, or we're gonna lose what we were supposed to be doing, and then I'll only get one of them fixed. Okay, where else is magic removed? ADS Master is fine. Item tooltip. So I guess that's another thing is the item tooltip also needs to show energy cost. What we should probably do is just like have a function, like a BPFL function we can just like plug into for energy cost and then go from there. Because like I need to do the same thing we just did over here. Let's just do like, let's just do a function in here, I guess. No. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go BPFL ability. I think we have one of those. Yep. And we'll just make a function that can just convert our thing in there. Let's do find magic energy cost. We're going to call it both. I know it's redundant, but if I call it both, then when I go searching for it, I can look for energy and magic, and I won't lose it. And then I can just go in here and I can call find magic cost. And then we go in here and input energy cost. We should probably call this like glyph energy cost. And then output is modified energy cost. And now we take the same thing we did over here. Paste it in here. Oh, we need a player character. Oh, no, it's okay. It'll just be local. We should put this in the description. Local only. Usually when I do this, it's implied. I guess we could import or input the character. Because it might be used. Yeah, let's just put the character in. It'll be easier because that way we don't have to worry. Then it doesn't have to be local, and then we could do it for the server. I'm gonna do the same. This here, and then we can do any other modifications we need in here. So like, if we have anything else anywhere that like modifies, like maybe there's like a trinket or something that modifies it, then we can add that in here and just stack it on top. And we'll just, oh wait, this needs to go in here too. My bad. We can just stack that on top and just add more things at the end of it. Because a trinket that like casts spells 20% cheaper on top of this would just like double that effect. That would be huge. That'd be really fun. Last snooze. Good luck, non-subscribers. Get a scoop. Bye, Mom. Love you too. Okay, and then we need to go back into here, and we get rid of this, and this, and we do find energy cost. We should probably make this here, just to save us some effort. Where were we? There we go. So energy cost, player character, energy out. And still put this here. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then we can go back into here and we just do find energy costs, and this plugs in here. I'm guessing that this, we don't have like a player character. This is a tooltip, so it's just gonna be local. So we can just do get player character here. Cool, and now we have a modified energy cost. I know this is a mess, don't worry about it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it, it's okay. Sometimes we don't worry about cleaning things up. Let's start dinner now. Okay. Okay, we're saved. Cool, so that should work for the visuals, and it should work for calculating cost, but it's not going to remove the energy cost. So we need to go to, what do you think it is? Ability, probably? What am I looking for? GA. Glyph. Guessing Glyph Master. I feel like we're removing remove effect, ability, take energy. Decrement player energy by equipped glyph. We do the same function in here, and this saves us so much effort doing this function in here. Move this back. We do find energy cost. Boom. Where is this player character? So we can just do self. Cool. I wonder if we should like take the floor of this in here. Or not that. How do you, like, I want to truncate it, but I want to keep it afloat without having to convert it back. Is there a way to do that? Like decimal or something? Floor with decimals. That's what I wanted. So now we'll just, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter either way. We probably already take the floor, or it might just round. Oh, can't open that. Thank you for saving me. I don't accidentally open Visual Studio for 20 minutes. Okay, good enough. So that should work now. So let's test that, I guess, as a mage. And we can test with on any spell. Should work on any spell now. Gonna start dinner now. I'll be back. Okay. Oh, we already did that. I already read that. All right. So yeah, let's just go give ourselves some mage points. Spell weaving. Oh wait, hold on. We need to check first. Uh-oh. Did we crash? I hovered over the spell book and I think it crashed. It might have crashed because we did something wrong, or it might have crashed just because it's like the first time running that function. Yeah, we might have done something wrong. But also, who knows? Because sometimes this happens and it's just random. And there's like no reason, no rhyme or reason. I think everyone's got an ad break except for subscribers. A 2-minute ad. If you're a subscriber, congratulations. You get to see behind the scenes. You get to see the extra sneaky stuff like Unreal Engine loading and hear me narrate that. Just in time for me to reset my password. Imagine not having a sub. Too comfy on the couch, Jana says. Wasn't she just cooking dinner? Oh, yeah, how to start dinner. Got it. Yeah, I'm trying to fix the fan. Not working. I'm very afraid it's gonna fall on me. But 100% gonna fall. I used the whole ad break to fix the stand. Not working. Will not stay where I want it to stay. Okay. Hi. Sorry. I think it's working now. Yeah, ads are super annoying. Five seconds. Come on, Unreal. Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about the ads. I absolutely hate Twitch ads. If like I would literally 100% disable Twitch ads. The problem is if I disable them on my end, I just don't get paid and you guys still get to see ads. So at least this way, like when you guys see an ad, you're giving me a little bit of money. It's like, you know, 3 cents, but like, thank you for your 3 cents. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry I have to watch ads. I hate it too, but this is what Twitch wants to do now. The algorithm sent me. What's up, Wesley? Wesley Films? You're not even a game dev? Interesting. I'd rather you get paid. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's, I mean, like, I can turn them off, and I can actually turn it down so you guys get, like, I think less ads, but then I don't get paid at all. So it's like, we're kind of at, like, a point where this is the best it gets, which sucks. We crashed when I looked over the tooltip, or when the tooltip tried to spawn, which means... There's literally no reason why this would not like work. So I think that was just Unreal Engine being Unreal Engine. I don't think there's any. Now we're updating the data library for some reason. I didn't change anything to the NPC data library. But yeah, I didn't change any. I didn't do anything that would like cause it to crash. So I think it was just Unreal Engine being fun. Let's try again. Yeah, if you're just coming in like Wesley is, I'm a game developer. I'm making a game called Swords of Magic and stuff. It's an early access on Steam. It's a cozy cooperative open world RPG. You can buy it now. It's been in development for 6 years and out on Steam for nearly 4 now. September will be 4 years. See, it works just fine there. Okay, so this is 0.8 second charge time, 10 energy cost. If I go in to our skills, and I think I need to reset them actually. Sure. Mage skills. And we unlock spell weaving. Why can I not? How do I have 0 mage points? Pardon me? Oh, that's weird. It just like bugged. I don't know what happened there. This whole thing's gonna get kind of overhauled a little bit anyway. These are probably gonna stay, but this isn't gonna like pop up. This will probably be like on a page here, and there'll be another tab for your skill tree. You'll switch tabs between the skill tree and like your description or whatever, and information about the thing. Okay, we have spell weaving that should decrease cast time of spells by 20%. So we look at this now. Cast time is now 0.64 seconds. Okay. I feel like we should just floor that to 0.6, but like that's fine. So this will be way faster to cast now. Maybe not way faster, but like fast. That's cool. And then the other one, mastery, 20% less magic to cast. So now we're at 8 energy. Working perfect. And we're out of magic. I also feel like a really good passive for an aura, mystics would also be like regenerating more mana magic per hit. How did I miss that? Also, like, I know we're using less magic now, but also a passive to regenerate magic at all times would also be huge. But I kind of feel like trinkets for that. You know? Like, I feel like that should be like trinkets, or like maybe like a spell, like a spell that just like regenerates magic over time would be pretty useful. Are you using gas? Yes, we are. Skill tree, I'm very excited. Looks very really clean. Thank you. Great, 0 bugs to be expected. Wait, what was the bug? Oh, I guess just like the weirdness with the skill tree. Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a bug though. I think it was just well, first of all, I was cheating to give myself skill points and levels. So I'm guessing that that's all that was, because I had the widget open while I was doing it, so it probably just didn't refresh the widget. Not a big deal. Meditation used to give mana regen. Test if it still does. Oh, right. We really need to fix this bug or we lose. Oh yeah, hold on. We need to stop switching or testing in multiplayer just for a second. Yeah, meditation will also give you magic, and it has nothing to do with other classes or the mage class really. So yeah, that should work too. Mage. If I get myself skill points here now. Oh, I just have to click again. That's all it is. I forgot I had to do that. That's just because I'm cheating. So 3 aura and 3 willpower for 1 minute. It doesn't give you magic. Oh, yeah. Aura gives you more magic. Yeah, there we go. This really needs, when you hover over this really needs to say what it does, probably. Otherwise, you have to go back into your skill tree to look at it, but I guess it's fine too. So if you keep standing still, it doesn't keep refreshing. We might need like a timer on that. So like, if you haven't moved yet, like when you move, it'll cancel the timer. Or it'll like keep looping, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Because the problem with this is like, oh, we're also frozen. I don't know why. This is just Unreal being Unreal. This has nothing to do with like the game. I mean, it probably has something to do with the game, but it's probably just, it's just like back end. Like the game is big. Unreal Engine is mad. I'm live streaming. My computer is frustrated. It's like all those things. It's nothing to do with like, this doesn't happen in game. In the shipping build. Mana regen would be really nice here. Meditation either gave mana regen at one point, still does and doesn't say so, or it got changed. We can test it. I'll test it to see if it actually does. I think it should also give mana regen, because like 1 minute of mana regen is pretty huge. It will, if you, like right before you go into combat, and like, yeah, I think that'll be useful. So then you can just get those 3 things, and then go, and then you like max out the skill tree of either Druid or Mystic, and you're good to go. If you don't want to be full on Mage, like you can still put those points in there, and that's useful. It's worth it. Anyway, the big problem with this is like, I think this does need to keep refreshing if you're still standing still, because if you're like, okay guys, I need to get my, meditation, so give me a second, and then you like dip out to get a drink or something while you wait for 5 seconds, I don't know, and then you come back and your meditation's already triggered and then already gone, you have to move and walk and like stand again for another 5 seconds, which means you kind of have to like wait right for that 5 seconds and then immediately have to go fight. So like, I don't know if I like that. God, this is gonna go or what? Unreal just does this to me like probably once a day, where it just decides it's done for a minute and just needs to take a nap. Another thing that's useful for this is like after combat. Like after combat, you just stand still. You'd also be a kind of cool passive. It's like whenever your weapons are put away. Jesus. Oh my god, what just happened? Everything just broke. That was an Unreal Engine thing. That was definitely not a bug. I think it was more powerful, like 3 to 5 mana per second, but my memory is hazy. So, yeah, I don't remember. DE Arcane Meditation gives you. It doesn't have a period, so it must be. It just triggers other things, I think. Max energy add. Oh yeah. Oh, no, it doesn't do. I don't think it does anything else. We could make it. We could set it up so it triggers another gameplay effect, which is a. We could just trigger like Do we have like a magic overtime? We don't have any sort of magic overtime, do we? Well, I guess like food and drink we do. Man, just wanted to say this game's been awesome, super fun. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks, Boodle. Appreciate that. Did you get it during the sale? Did you try the demo first? The demo's like brand new, so I'm just asking everyone if they tried the demo, if that's what like got them to buy the game. Because it's just interesting, because like a lot of people were like, man, I wasn't gonna buy the game, or it's been on my wish list forever, and then the demo came out, and then that triggered me, so now I had to, or not triggered me, but that triggered me to buy the game. So I'm just curious how many people played the demo and then bought the game afterward. Yep, got it last week, did play the demo first and was hooked. Awesome. Yes. The demo is working. It's doing stuff. So before the sale and before the demo, we would get maybe 1 to 2 sales a day if we were lucky. That was just like a regular old like sale day for us, and it was pretty bad. Sometimes we get like 3 or 4 if we're like on a really good day or something, but most of the time it was like an average of like 1 or 2. And then after that, it's been Like one day it was like 2, but then one day we sold 10. So like, and I think weekends are probably going to be more, like we're going to sell more on weekends, but we're not doing any promotion at all. So like selling 10 in a day is actually really good for us. I'd never heard of it before the demo, but I tried the demo after the sale. Awesome. Oh, after this, I see. So you didn't get it yet. That sucks. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, we go on sale quite often. I can't tell you when, according to Steam, but we usually follow the Steam sales. So if there's a big Steam sale, we're usually on sale too. Just because it's like the only way we can like kind of keep money coming in while we work on it. So demo is doing the work. Yeah, so far it's been really good. Huge boost. A lot of games in the horror category have demos and they instantly get massive boosts in wish lists when they put a demo. Yeah, I wish that I would have like thought about that early on and done a demo in the beginning. Also, demos are really cool because instead of someone buying the game and then refunding it and then leaving a negative review saying this game sucks, they would just play the demo for free and go, oh, this game sucks, and then uninstall the demo and move on. Right? You can't go leave a negative review. So like it's like a buffer against people who just aren't into your game. So you really only get people who like really like the game, and then they'll hopefully leave positive reviews. So it's just like a nice it's like a filter, right? It filters out the people who just wouldn't like it in the first place, which is great. And then the negative reviews you do get are typically from people who put in a couple hours in the game or several hours into the actual game, and they've there's certain things they don't like about it, or they think that there's too many bugs or something's broken or a system needs to change or whatever. Then it's like a legitimate negative review, and then we can work off of that. We can't work off of this game sucks, there's girls in it, which I've literally had before. Like literally someone said there's women in this game, so it sucks, and left a negative review. And then we also had some people who were they were mad or they were turned off because there was there's a gay character on Azura. There's a couple of different gay characters in the game, and so they saw that and they were just immediately triggered, and they left a negative review and talked about it. So I don't know. There's 650 NPCs I think in the game, or 450. I don't know, somewhere in there, somewhere 400 to 600 NPCs. I don't remember. And we have to have a couple that are gay. It's just why not? What is the big deal? Anyway, we need more actually. We need more representation. Because there's a lot of NPCs. People who don't read the dialogue. Yeah, that too. Another thing is we don't even have genders in the game technically. There's no gender. You don't pick a gender. You just pick a face, a makeup style is what we're calling it, or a face style in the beginning, and then later you can change your makeup. And all that does is change whether you have eyelashes, big eyelashes, or no eyelashes. And that's really the only way to determine if you're a male or female, or masculine, feminine. That's it. But people are still really triggered by the fact that we have girls in the game, I guess. Just couldn't handle the badass lesbian hunter doing right by her wife back at home. Yep. That's what it is. I had someone tell me that they didn't like the game because of the quest markers, but the game didn't tell them where to pick up quests. Yeah, so we don't. Because from the beginning, we were as much as this is a cozy kind of casual game, we don't hold people's hands very often. We're doing a little more hand holding as we move on, because it's just people are just too used to having them just led everywhere. So we did add quest markers, so once you have a quest you can track it, and now the compass in the bottom left corner will show you where to go. So if I go get a quest now, down here you'll see a compass that tells you what direction to go. Let's just grab not that this one. Let's just grab this quest. So now you have a little icon down here, not a compass, chalice icon for your quest. And if you hit M, this is bugged because I'm in dev level, but normally it would show you actual map you're in, the actual Azura map. That's not doing that, and it even tells you what quests you have there to do. This is super bugged right now. We're getting a bunch of errors now because they don't have a map. Anyway, it's not actually bugged. It's just because we're in a dev map, so there's no map connected to it or whatever. A dev level, I mean. So anyway, but yeah, we added quest markers. But when you go to get a quest from an NPC, this is an NPC right here. There's no oh, I have a quest for you. You just You just have to talk to everyone. And there's a little bit of a problem with that. Like, I will admit that like there's like a couple NPCs in the world where you talk to them the first time and they don't want to talk to you, and then something else happens later on that triggers, and then they will talk to you, and nothing really tells you that. They just like you now, because of like reputation, or you've done another quest somewhere else or something. And that's a problem. That's a big problem, because then a lot of people come in and they talk to all the NPCs, and they're like, okay, none of these guys have quests, and then they leave, and then they never come back and talk to them again, which is totally fine. Like, I wouldn't either. And unfortunately, they have to figure out that quest again. So it turns into like this stupid rat race where they're like, they go do something and they come back and they're like, okay, maybe someone has a quest now, and they talk to everybody, and that's the big problem. And I agree, and I want to fix that. And I am actually considering doing some sort of like quest marker thing, but instead of like having an exclamation point over their head, I like it if they just like waved to you, like they just like beckoned you over, you know, and then you would know like, oh, this person wants to talk to me for some reason, and you walk over and talk to them. So you just have to kind of pay attention. So it's a little more immersive and a little less like, well, there's a quest giver over there. Like, I don't like that. Where's the fun if you're not exploring? Exactly. And this game is 1,000,000% like dedicated to like exploration and adventure and the joy of discovery. Like, since day one, that's been like the primary focus, is like, if there's not something to discover, then like, what is the purpose of this game? Like, that's what it's always been. Which is why our like skill trees are like very open, and you can like pick from different ones to like discover new like combinations and stuff. I think that's really fun, rather than just have like locking you into one class. How do you make us talk to people? That's scary. Even in a video game, it's scary. Just couldn't handle. I read that part. I had one tell me. Read that already. I don't really like hand holding. Same. Where's the fun if you're not exploring? I love the quest markers. Sorry, Pearl. I think the quest markers are useful once you're on a quest. So this is how I determine if there should be a quest marker. If there's an NPC who tells you where to go, then they should reasonably be able to take your map from you and say, here it is, and they draw a circle around it and tell you that's where it is. Or if they don't know where, but they can say like, oh, I lost my thing around this area, then they can circle around the area, and then you can go to that location and find it, right? But if you can't do that, like if for some reason a quest triggers by like reading a book or something and no one is there to mark your map, then you don't get a quest marker. But the book should tell you in that case, like where to go, right? Like you should be able to decipher that through the book. And that's like where some of the like the more like secret quests and like the puzzles come in. And a lot of people get really frustrated by that, and they're like, there's no quest marker, this is bugged or whatever. And it's like, no, no one was there to mark your map, so you don't have a quest marker. That's kind of the way I treat it. A little friendly wave. Yeah, I think the friendly wave would be cool. Let me explain to you why I can't do that though. You can maybe set up a mail system where NPCs send you a letter saying they have a quest. That would be really fun too. We already have a mail system that kind of works. It's a little buggy right now, and I don't know why. We're trying to figure that out. But yeah, we could do that. Will some of them breakdance to let you know about a main storyline quest? Not yet. And it's cursed. Yeah, I don't know why the mail system, like, it works every time except for Jonah. Jonah, is that his name? The guy that sends you the letter about the fishing pole. That does not work. I don't know why. Need to fix that. Just the clarity of something triggering an NPC able to give you a quest without having an exclamation point. Yes. Oh, you were saying like you could set up like a mail system that allows that to trigger. Like you already knew there was mail. I see what you're saying. A system that sends mail. Yeah, got it. Through the mail system. 3rd grade reading level, a quester's worst nightmare. Yeah, we do. So all of our quests are written around like they're pretty low level like reading like skills, in my opinion. Because like we do want everyone to be able to read them and understand them, and I just don't see any reason to like make it like Dragon's Dogma 3. Sometimes like I'm reading the dialogue and I'm just like, what does this even mean? Like what? Or I guess hearing the dialogue. I think it's all like voiced over now. I can't remember. Either way, it's like so confusing to hear, and it's just like it's cool. They have like this really like deep and rich like culture, and they have like this interesting way of talking that isn't like anywhere else. But like it's so annoying. I guess it's not annoying. I like it, but it's still difficult to understand. A guard said they'd mail me with new quests, but I haven't. Yeah, so that's because that's the end of the quest line for now. That quest does not have anything else. Boozle. Yeah. Yeah, that's so that's the guard quest line, and it ends at Sleepy Haven for now. We're gonna do a Sleepy Haven branch, and then we probably won't have another branch for it. Like that'll probably be the end of it until honestly probably Alarin. I don't think like there's not going to be like a town or a city that would have like maybe North is North might, but like the Ire doesn't, like there wouldn't be guards of the Ire. There is a gate there, so there could be a quest or two at the gate if you're like maybe just like a secret quest if you're already part of the guards, but there wouldn't be like a quest line there. It's not enough to do. And then there's no like other NPCs anywhere or other towns anywhere that like have the guards there, like the Tyrowin guards. So there wouldn't be like anywhere else to go, I don't think. Maybe North is North. There definitely won't be any Bone Reach, and there definitely won't be one in Delver's Pass. There definitely won't be one in Mistaken Isles or Iris Lake, because Iris Lake is all like, they're all just like Munos, Munos, not Isles. Got it. Yeah. I made a demo as well. It's so-so. The issue is people were an hour or two is all they need. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Wait, this game has women? I noticed that for some countries it's probably a cultural thing. In Asia, a lot of complaints were no quest markers, whereas in my area, everyone I know hates it because it feels super handholdy. Yeah. Yeah, so the demo thing, I used to hate demos because I thought you just like gave away too much of your game, right? Like sometimes, like you're right, like if you play like an hour or two, then like you play the whole game. And there's definitely some demos that I've played that were literally enough for me that I don't feel the need to buy the game anymore. Like for example, Outpath is a game that I was really hyped about, and I was like, oh, there's a demo, and I played it for like 6 hours or something and did everything you could do in the demo, and now the game's out and I don't really feel the need to buy it. I just haven't really like, I mean, I'm also very busy and I don't really have like, you know, an expendable income to like just buy things, like buy games whenever I want them, but I just have not had like the desire to buy that game. Like that was enough for me, is just playing the demo. So our demo is only like, if you actually run through it and you just do the content that's there, it's probably like 20 to 30 minutes. If that, if you decide to like wait around and do crafting and like harvesting and like farming the enemies and stuff and like really play through it and like really get into it, it's probably an hour. And if those are the people, I think if you spend an hour in the demo, you're pretty likely going to buy the game because you're probably really into the systems and you like how like the progress like works. And like those people I think are going to buy the game anyway. People who just like rush through it are very likely to either like not going to want to buy the game in the first place because they weren't engaged by any of it, or they want to get to more of the games, they're going to buy it anyway. I don't know. So I think we're okay. I think our demo like 20-30 minutes is plenty. I think it's just enough time to like sink your teeth in, or not sink your teeth in, but like get a taste, right? And then you buy the game and you can really dive into it. So, but I think our Hope Harbor is a big problem. Anyway, let me explain why we can't do quest markers as of right now without a big overhaul. So let's say Zarya here had a quest for us, or we wanted her to have a quest for us. So we go to the only, like our quest data table is just like, this is it. Like it's just a data table with a bunch of quests on it. And they do have like people who start the quests and everything. But the problem is that I minimized Unreal Engine instead of going back to the dev scene. If we go to Zarya's dialogue, I cannot type. But here's her dialogue. So she's got a bunch of stuff going on. There's a bunch of conditions here. Some of these might be conditions like, that one's random. I think this one's random too. Nope, this one's quest. So this is checking to see if you've already done Zarya's mech sword quest. This one over here checks to see if you have Zarya's mech sword quest. And this one here checks to see if you have her sword that she's looking for. I don't know why it doesn't care if you have the quest. Oh, probably because we'll just do it. Anyway, so yeah, we have like things in here that check the quests, but nowhere on the actual NPC herself. Like she basically just is told trigger this dialogue. That's all she does. And then if like there's nothing on her as like an NPC that says like this is the quest that I have or whatever. Like we have nothing that does that, and the dialogue handles all of it. So the only thing I could possibly think is like maybe like on the NPCs we could have like a spot where we can put in like a quest dialogue that's like this is a dialogue with a quest in it, which would be a lot of work to go through all our 400 plus NPCs and find out which ones have quests on them, and then put that in there, and then if they have that, then we can go through and start checking dialogue. And then the only thing I can think is like we step through the dialogue, like whenever like an NPC is loaded, like we then grab the dialogue and step through it and see like what the conditions would land on. And if we get to a point where we check a quest, Or like if we get to a point where we grant a quest, I guess, where like we land on a spot where it can, but then even then, like we have choices. Right? We have a situation like right here where like I can choose like, oh yeah, I think so, and then that ends up in a quest or whatever. And so like the problem is, how do we know if a player has if an NPC has a quest, right? Because we don't have a quest system where it's just like, oh, this is a quest giver, they have a quest, that's all they do. So the only thing we could do really is like either step through the dialogue and like figure out ways to like step through all of it and like get through every branch and check to see if there's ever a point where we give a quest. And then in that case, we play the animation when you get near, or put a marker over the head or whatever. Or we scrap the whole quest system essentially, and we just put like, this is a quest giver, they have a quest, and then they have to trigger that quest dialogue right then. Which means we'd have to basically go through every single quest giver in the game and like redo their dialogue, so they just have one dialogue tree that just gives the quest when they're on it, and then that's it. And then we could swap out that dialogue tree, and we would just basically say like, oh, is this a quest dialogue tree or whatever? Maybe. Like maybe we just have like I don't know, like maybe like the first condition is like, has a quest or something marker on it. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of work if we want to do that. And I just don't know if we have the time to do it. And I don't know if it's worth it. Like, I think the exploration of just talking to everyone is like more fun. And I think we just need to like avoid situations where one NPC has another quest, unless we just push you right into it right away. Anyway, let me catch up on chat now because I'm really behind. I'm ancient. I like those old school vanilla WoW quests that had no markers and you had to click a super tiny mesh on the ground that's the same color as the ground. Yeah, same. I miss like waiting around at like the meeting stone outside of Deadmines for like some random person to show up and then begging them to join my party so we could do a dungeon together. Like, I miss the olden days of like MMOs when there wasn't all the social features and like party finding and all that stuff. And like, yeah, like I'm very much like hands off. Like I want to read a dialogue and be like, okay, so I have to head east, follow the river. When I see like the tree that's fallen over the river, I need to cross that, and I need to look for like, you know, a campfire in the distance or whatever. Like that's the way I want to play a game. But instead it's like you get all this like, so the Witcher is really guilty about this because sometimes you can turn off quest markers in the Witcher from what I understand. I haven't done it. But they have situations where they like give you directions, but the directions are wrong in the dialogue and you just have to use the markers. Otherwise you can't find where you're going, or they don't give you all of the information you need in the dialogue. So you literally can't go without it. And that's really frustrating to me. Elden Ring quests don't have any info either. Yeah. Elden Ring, like when Elden Ring came out, I was like, wow, this is like, Elden Ring's a little bit like a very, very hardcore version of Swords and Magic. A little bit. Elden Ring's really good, Oculus. You should try it. Second favorite game of all time. Wow. I don't like, well, I like Dark Souls games because I like the combat, and I kind of like the vibe of Dark Souls for a little bit, but for the most part, it's like, it usually gets a little overwhelming for me, and I would rather have like vibrant colors. But Elden Ring is really good. It's pretty fun. I didn't beat it though. I didn't get close to beating it. I think I beat Margot? I don't know. Whatever the name is. That's like as far as I got. You're looking at Next Fest now that you have one? It doesn't work like that, Lewis. Your game can't be out. Next Fest is for next like Next Fest is like what's the next coming game, I guess, and like our game's already out, so I don't think it counts. Yes, like Gianna just said. We did a lot of crafting in the demo, and then I got the game for all my friends. That's awesome, Declan. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, so the fun thing about the demo is like you could literally just sit there and like level up your crafting as high as you wanted, and then the second you buy the game, you have your character ready to go, and you're like, good. So we had a, like, for example, I love how WoW does their like trial version where you can play like up to level 20. And I think I don't know if that's changed, but you can like do everything you want to do up to level 20. You just are stuck there. So like I've had a lot of situations where like back in the day when they first like did that or whatever, where I'd have a friend who was like, oh yeah, I'll play with you. That'll be fun. Let's play this weekend. And then that whole week I would just go do everything I could possibly do to like get the best gear I could up to level 20. And then as soon as he'd start playing or whatever, then I'd buy the game and then we could move on. right? Or wait till like they hit level 20 or whatever. So it's like really fun to be able to like do that, and you just get like really hyped about it. I can see a situation where you'd like get overhyped and then like not want to play anymore. That kind of happened with like Elder Scrolls Online with me and some friends, but still, it's cool. I'm glad you can do that. You old MMO days, something special. If the dialogue could result in a quest, but the player chooses the wrong option, could they try again? Yes, players can, 100%. Yeah, I don't think there's a single place where you can like try to talk to an NPC and fail and not get a quest. There is one situation where you can go against what the quest giver is asking you to do, and then like essentially complete the quest in a wrong way, and it feels really bad. And honestly, we might be changing that because people complain about it a lot. So we might be changing it in a way where like it still does that, but maybe it won't feel as bad. It must feel like Spear is in a weird spot. 100%. Two-handed weapon damage, but does equal or less damage than single-hand like Sword Axe. We'll look at it. Spears have cleave, so they can hit multiple targets, but yes, I think Spears need some love. Let's look at what Spears do. My nephew used to play 1 to 20 over and over. Yeah, like, honestly, the first 20 levels are my favorite part of WoW anyway, so, like, I would also do that and just, like, level up different characters. I think I had, like a level 20 of every single character, every single class, and every race, because I did the same thing. And it's like, I didn't want to pay $15 a month to play the game at that time, you know? We're gonna go look at, what's it called? Combo montages. Spear. Spears are two-handed, right? You can just make spears one-handed, they don't have to worry about it. They do have a spin slash. So they do, oh, this is interesting. They do 100% damage, 120% damage, and then 0.7 times damage. Probably because this is intended to hit multiple people, but this still feels bad. What if we just make this one? There, we'll do that for starters. And then what spear? These guys are farmlands. Let's just give us like an iron spear, I guess. And they're hunter. Let's assume we have fine at this point. Fine spear does 9 to 19 damage compared to my excellent greatsword, which does 23 to... Is this really two-handed? Really? 23 to 28 versus 9 to 19. They're both iron. They're both like the same tier. They both require a level 11, but the iron is absolutely awful. Are all spears this bad? Or is this just like a situation where we like ran into something? We did something wrong. Wooden spear, pitchfork, Fey iron spear. Oh, I have to compare, I guess. Let's do Fey iron and greatsword. There's not an equivalent to the pitchfork. What was the other one I just got? Whatever. Fey iron spear is 20 to 41 damage versus 44 to 52. These are balanced around one-handed. Spears suck. I hope no one's using spears right now. They need to be like better than greatswords. Because greatswords do cleave. So they do a ton of damage and they do cleave. Spears do like half the damage, less than half the damage. They're two-handed and they only cleave. Hold on, do all their things cleave? Only the first one cleaves. Or only the second two. Oh, even the third one doesn't cleave. That is stupid. Okay, it's cleaves now. Yeah, these are bad. All the spears need... We should just go double all the damage of the spears. All of the weapons actually need to be rebalanced. There's too many spears. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Spears have cleaves. They can hit multiple targets, but yes, I think spears need some love. Puck has a few dead-end dialogue options. Right. No, I think, Matt, I think what they meant was like, does it result in you not being able to get a quest? There's almost everyone has a dead-end dialogue option where you just like leave, where you're just like, oh well. Or you can say like, I can't help you right now. But we could, if we're gonna like cycle through dialogue options, we would basically find the end, and then if that fails, we'd go back up to the last one and see if there's any other options. If that fails, we go up to the next one and see if there's any options. So we would just go like through all the options. I think. I'm not sure exactly how we would do it, but we would do it. I was a spear user, but swapped to sword after I realized I could just do sword and shield. Yes. So the only reason spear might be better than sword is because it's hunter. But I would 100% just use an axe and a sword then, or an axe and a shield then, and just do both. Or use, and there are like two-handed axes, which is weird for hunter, and I think that probably needs to change. We might take out all the two-handed axes in the game. But yeah, there's had a little bit of dizzy juice when balancing spears. Well, I think it was because all the spears were originally one-handed, because I wanted them to be able to use with shields, but it doesn't make sense for them to be one-handed. Like I'm pretty sure they don't even use a two-handed animation. Like maybe the spin slam does, but I don't even know why they shouldn't even use the spin slam. Oh, that's a spin slash, not a slam. Even if like the first two hits were like pretty weak, and then the third one was really good, that'd be fine. Like the combo. But yeah, like he just uses one hand the whole time. What is the purpose of making it two-handed if it's not going to swing like a two-handed weapon? So we could either just go make them all one-handed, so you can just use them with a shield, and like dual wielding spears would be stupid probably. What are you doing? Why are you all wet?
What?
Why are you wet? Your hands sweaty? Ew.
What?
Yes, they are.
Anyways, dinner's ready.
Okay. You're too short, you can't even get seen. Get out of here! You're so sweaty. Yes, your hands are all sweaty. Stop twitching me with your sweaty hands.
No.
If you tell Puck you're a guard, she won't do the amulet quest. And if you refuse to sell the amulet to her, she'll just steal it from you. Stop touching me. Go wash your hands.
Dinner's ready.
Okay, thank you. She's such a pest when I'm streaming. Yeah, but Matt, like, if you tell her you're a guard, you don't like, you can just talk to her again, can't you? Or are you locked out of the quest? Yeah, I like two-handed axes too. They just feel like a warrior weapon, not a hunter weapon. And that's kind of the problem with them, is that axes are all hunter weapons. Which kind of sucks, because like, one of my favorite like playstyles in WoW is like sword as a hunter. Wait, was that WoW? No. I'm thinking of Guild Wars 2, I think. It's like you can do like two swords. Maybe it was axes. I don't remember. But I do see like a hunter. I think hunters can use swords in WoW though, as like short range or close range. You're locked out the quest line. But to be fair, this is like the only example in the game we're of. Yeah, and we could change it pretty easy. I don't know. All right, so good to know. Spears suck, and we need to rebalance them. So what I want to do actually is like right now, if we look at like the Astrolite Spear, we have a level somewhere. Somewhere there's a level. I thought. Up here, level 22. And then we have a value. We have materials, like crafting materials, etc., etc. And then down here we have range, which I don't think does anything anymore. Maybe it does. And then damage, crit, which doesn't do anything anymore. Yeah. What I want to do is just like use a chart that like determines like, okay, swords do like 100% damage. And so you take the level, like say it's a level 10 sword, and then it spits out like you pump in like, okay, it's level 10, so it does like 15 damage, 15 to 20 damage or whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe we could do like a range or whatever that's like could fluctuate between weapons or something. I don't know. Probably not. So let's just say it does 15 to 20 damage at level 10. And then like let's say axes do 20% bonus damage or 20% more damage. I'd do 1.2 times damage, whatever, just because they do more damage. Or maybe, I don't know, doesn't matter. So then you like put that in and you would say like, oh, this is a level 10 axe. It also does 15 to 20, but then you multiply the 1.2 on the end of it. And so then it does like more, right? Like 17 to 23 or whatever. So then like now suddenly you like, and then we'll just do that with all the weapons. So they're all just automatically balanced based on their level. And that's all we have to do is change their level, because it seems stupid. And we could even do things like, maybe we even like give them like a 1.2 level, right? Like now they're 1.2, so it just gives you a little bit of a damage boost, whatever, if we wanted to. I don't think we need to do that. You wouldn't see 1.2 as a player. You would just get like the bonus damage. But I just don't see a reason to like make weapons. Like there's no reason to give each weapon its own damage, right? If it's a higher level weapon, then it should just have the flat damage based on that weapon type. Like great swords will obviously be like, oh, they're gonna be like, you know, 1 point or like maybe like 2.1 or 210% damage, whatever, right? So you'd multiply by 2.1 or something. I don't know. We decided to make it something like that. Easy for Zarya. Add a tag on her for a quest and add an array of strings in your save game. If the quest is in your array, it's active. You can also use a map with an enum. No, Phil. That works. We have all that. We know which quests are active. The problem is, how do we know if a quest isn't active yet? How do we know if a player, if that NPC is like, so let's say you talk to an NPC, or let's just say like, yeah, all right, so we have an NPC and you talk to them and they tell you, what are you doing on my farm? Get out of here. Like I'm sick of adventurers wandering on my farm, right? And you're like, oh shoot. Well, now let's say you go do a quest for someone else who's like okay with you being around or whatever, and you get 10 reputation. And then you go back and talk to her again and she's like, oh, I heard that you helped so-and-so over there or whatever. Or I heard you've been helpful around the farm, around the farmlands, whatever. So do you want to help me too? Go kill 10 scarecrows or whatever. So now she has a quest, right? So how do we know not to show the exclamation point over her head until she has that quest available? You know what I mean? The only thing I could think is like, maybe we just show the exclamation point, but like then we can't do like the beckon thing, right? You can't like, it'd be stupid if she's like, oh, come over here, adventurer. And then she's like, get off my land. What are you doing here? Right? So the only thing I can think is like, we have to have an exclamation point over her head and you talk to her and it would be like, oh, I can't do this quest yet. But then you would know like, but maybe I can come back and do it, right? There's something else like I need to do. But like, you wouldn't know that. You would just see an exclamation point over all the NPCs that have quests and you wouldn't know how to unlock the quest to actually do it, right? I guess that would be fine. It might be better than what we have now, which is like nothing. Assuming like you talk to her and you're just like, I don't even know if she has a quest for me or not. She just says to get out of her land, so I'm not going to talk to her ever again, right? So like, yeah, we know how to track. I can track the quests. We are doing that. Like I know if a player has a quest, I can turn on a question mark over their head to turn in the quest if I wanted to, if it's complete. That's easy. It's just, how the hell do I know if you don't have the quest yet and there's a potential to get the quest via dialogue? There's no way, really, no easy way for me to know if you can get that quest at that moment. So the only thing I can think is we literally like every time an NPC like loads in the distance from you and like gets like they're like loaded in, they're close enough, or maybe like even when you like get close to them, you're like 20 feet away from them or something or whatever, 200, close. Then it runs through their whole dialogue. Like behind the scenes, we'll just have to run through their whole dialogue and check conditions. And if they get to a point where it gives a quest, that's the point where they beckon you over, right? And like that's the only thing I can think. That's the only thing I can think to do. And then we might have to do like an option on that quest that says like, don't beckon, right? Or don't like call over or don't beckon or whatever. And then we like tick that if we don't want the NPC to do it. And then it'll like check that when it gets that event. So that's the only thing I can think is like do that. Otherwise we have to like rebuild the whole system and like literally just plop in an NPC and say, this is a quest giver. Here's the dialogue for the quest, go. And then maybe we have like a condition or something like a condition that's on that on that dialogue or whatever, but like couldn't be on the dialogue. It had to be like a different kind of condition that you can run through. I don't even know. I don't know how to do it. It's a mess. I don't know. We can have like we have these like dialogue. If we do like DLG condition, I think. Sure. Like we have a dialogue condition here that says like can feed mimic. So this is just a very small like little function that just checks to see if you can feed the mimic. So we just like, it tells us the player that's doing the talking to this NPC, and then the NPC actor. So we could use one of these where like we plug in the NPC or the player and the NPC, and like this just like sticks on the NPC actor. Like you just drop the actor in the world, stick on a condition. Like the condition could be like, can I do this quest yet or something? And then it would just like check that. But that would require us basically going through every single NPC dialogue for every single quest, finding out which NPC gives it to you, building their own little like quest dialogue, and then like using a condition like this to determine if they should show a quest marker, specifically for each quest too. Like you have to build a new condition for every single quest to see if you're ready to do that quest. Like it could be reputation, or it could be, have you done this quest yet, or whatever. And the majority of them would just be like, they just have quests to begin with. So the majority of them wouldn't need a condition. It would just be there. But then after you do the quest and it's like complete, then we would swap over to their like regular dialogue, or like the quest complete dialogue, and we would hide the thing. Or I guess we could just hide the quest marker once it's complete and keep the same quest dialogue on there. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't know. There's gotta be a way. Honestly, I just think the quest markers clash with the design direction of the game. I mean, I agree. Those, like, really what we're talking about is like an animation that like calls you over to them. And the only reason I even like even entertaining the idea is because like, I guess lately I've just been kind of folding a little bit when it comes to like people like complaining over and over and over again about the same things. And it's not everyone. Like the people who like the game as is, and they don't want the quest markers. But like a lot of people who don't like the game for whatever reason, it's usually because there's no quest markers. And so it's just like, I kind of like, I don't know. I guess like it could be an option too. Like maybe there's just an option. We could have an option that says like reveal quest markers or something, or reveal quest NPCs or whatever. And then we just put like a star next to their name if they ever have a quest. That could work. Like that could work. Like, and we could even like check to see if you've already completed all their quests or whatever. Like we could literally just loop through all the quests in the data table. Maybe this is a good way to do it. We just loop through all the quests in the data table, which is 167 of them, because that wouldn't take very long to loop through 167 quests. And we just check to see if any of them have the NPC's name on it, which is Doug, granted an entity name. So if we ever have Doug on here, then we'll check to see if that quest is complete in your log. And if it's complete, we don't put a star there, right? But if we find a quest that, or an NPC that has their name, a quest that has that NPC's name on it, but isn't complete, then we put a star next to their name. Maybe that would be enough. It doesn't necessarily mean you can get the quest right then, but at least you'll know the NPC has a quest for you at some point, and you can still do it. That's actually a pretty fire idea. I do say so myself. What do you think of that, Lewis? That's reasonable. Player data is always meaningful, even if the suggestion they give isn't the correct way to address their issue. Yeah, so here's a perfect example of that, right? I was watching this guy stream the game the other day. Well, it was a VOD, but whatever. And he was like, this is like the third time he's complained, because they check the map to see where everyone's at, and they have to hover over every single name, every single NPC marker to see, or player marker to see where their friends are at. And then every single time, because they have like 6 people playing all the time. And he was like really frustrated by it. And that's like the third time he's brought it up. He's like, I don't know why they don't just color coordinate the map markers. Like if they just had different colors, then I would know which one was which. And I was like, I don't see how you would. Like if Joe over there was red and, Lewis over there is blue, that doesn't tell me, like, I'm not going to remember all the, like, there's 6 different colors and I'm not going to remember which one is which. And even then we'd have to like associate, like assign a color at like login, and then you have to be that color. That'd be a pain in the ass to like set up. And then I was like, why don't I just put names over them? So now it just shows the marker, and then right above it has a text with their name on it. And I guarantee that that's going to be better than what that guy thought that he needed. And he's going to be much happier with that now. And that was an update today. So we'll see if he plays the game again and notices, because I guarantee he's going to like that way better than just having color coded ones. Because now you can just see exactly who the person is when you see him. It still says their name when you hover over them, which is weird because now it just shows double, but whatever. Right? That's like one of those situations where like his feedback was good, but his solution was bad. So I used my game developer experience to make a better solution for his feedback. Anyway. I have a question mark for every new dialogue. Sometimes it's a quest, sometimes it's not. We could do that too. I don't know. I kind of like the star. Like maybe I don't know. I kind of like that. I do like in games when it shows like a star or something or an asterisk or whatever on like a dialogue option you haven't explored yet. But I don't think that's gonna work in our game. Like that's just like too much to track because then we have to track every single dialogue that node that you hit. So every single time there's like a dialogue node that gets played, we need to like stick that in an array somewhere. And then we'll just like check to see if there's any. Yeah, I don't like that. It's too much of a pain in the ass. We could do it and it would be like back end stuff, so it's not like I have to like change anything about the quests. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but then we'd have to save all the dialogue everywhere. I have a question. Oh, I read that one. Is there any plans for transmog and weapons and backpacks? I don't want to use the word plans, but it's something that's come up a lot, and I played around with it a little bit to try to get it to work, and there was an issue, and I don't remember what it was.
Hey, listen.
But I believe we can get it to work. I think we can make like a transmog station where you stick your item in, and then you stick in the item you want it to look like, and it destroys the item you want it to look like. Like it would consume it. It would be gone. And then the old item would then have the visual properties of the new one. The problem, it would have to be the same type of item. So if a sword could only look like a sword, it couldn't look like an axe. A backpack would have to look like a backpack, couldn't look like a dagger, right? So you have to do that. But I think we can make it work. There was just a bit of a problem with it. I don't remember what it was now, but I couldn't get my head around it when I was doing it. But this was like a year ago, probably. So it might be one of those things where like I just need a little more experience, and maybe if I play with it again, I'll figure it out. Important part is the frustration that prompted the feedback, I guess. Yep, totally agree. But like the same person also said that the music is generic and bad, and we had no business having music playing at all the time because it was so bad and generic. And I absolutely disagree with that feedback, and I ignored that immediately. Take a 15-minute break and come eat. Do you guys want me to take a break and come back, or should I just end the stream? I'm kind of thinking just we'll end it. I'm not getting any work done. I think I'm done for the day. I worked a lot today, and we got an update out today, so I'm pretty happy. And there's a lot of little things I feel like I want to fix right now that I'm just gonna keep coming up if I keep streaming. That's savage. Sag. Then go back streaming. Bio break. Food important. Wait, where is Navi's hey listen coming from? Whenever someone pings me, if you do at Kindred Games, Navi yells at me. Navi. I always want to say Navi now because of Avatar, because that's like when I say Navi, I'm like, oh, I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's just because I've seen Avatar. That's not the case. Up to you, big guy. Take care. Thanks for listening. Didn't think anyone else cared about Spear. No, yeah. No, I'm gonna fix that because that's totally broken. Yeah, all the weapons need a big overhaul anyway, and it might just be easier just like to do it in codes for like all of them just get updated. Like when they spawn in, they just immediately have their stats like set up based on their level, and that might be easier to just to balance it that way rather than go in and like to every single spear and be like, this is one-handed now, or this is whatever. So I think I'll probably do it with code, and it is like we're really close to that rebalance time. I think when the skill trees come out, we need to do weapon rebalance then, and then we need like a ton of testing. We've even considered opening up a test branch, so players who own the game already can just jump in and test in a test branch with the skill trees. Maybe we could do like a dev build. No, I don't want to do a dev build because some players have access to everything. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have like a test branch where they just spawn in a dungeon. A beta tester. Could be kind of, I mean, it'd be, like instead of just giving you access to like the whole world, like just spawn in a dungeon and just like have like loadouts set up for you, so you can just grab out of like, maybe we'll just have like a chest for each class and you just grab the items and then you just run through and then see what you think. Or maybe we just have like, yeah, I don't know. That could work. That could be kind of cool. It wouldn't take super long to do that once we had dungeons actually working. Then we just package a build where you're just stuck in the dungeon. Maybe that's an idea. I don't know. Might not be worth the effort. But all right, guys, let's go find someone to raid. Twitch. Don't yell at me. Okay. Let's go raid. I don't know. Somebody? Birthday stream. Software and game development. Mobile. Sure. Sure. Let's go here. I've not vetted this stream. I don't know who this is. Oh, we're on ad break. Seriously? Let's just do it anyway. If you're a subscriber, congratulations, you got to see the end of the stream. You got to see me hear me say goodbye and thank you so much for hanging out and for subscribing. And if you're not a subscriber, then I guess you don't get to see the end of the stream and you get to be left high and dry. And I don't know what to tell you. That's just how life is. It's not fair sometimes. So, thanks, guys. I don't want to wait 2 more minutes. I'm hungry. All right, let's get out of here. Bye.